The Friends of the Occoquan, with more than 200 volunteers and supporters, gathered on a beautiful October Saturday to conduct their biannual river cleanup.
The Friends of the Occoquan is a nonprofit organization whose mission is to maintain and preserve the natural integrity of the Occoquan River. We accomplish this mission through several different strategies. One of them is to conduct cleanups throughout the year. We presently do 2 cleanups, one in the spring and one in the fall, and we have 4 primary locations where we conduct these cleanups. One is the Occoquan Regional Park, one is Fountainhead Regional Park, we do one over at Lake Ridge Marina, and the last one at the Bull Run Marina. And together we get approximately 300 people that show up at all these different sites, and they pick up several tons of trash every year. The Occoquan provides drinking water to approximately 1.8 million people in the Northern Virginia region. So it's important that we consider that. And then there's also the not only economics involved, but there's the environmental aspect where this trash can get into the water, it can kill fish, it can pollute the water, it can kill some of the natural wildlife around the Occoquan.
In 2003, I started doing the river cleanup with the Friends of the Occoquan, and I worked with other AP environmental teachers and said we needed to get kids involved outside of the classroom, and that by going to the river they can see practical applications of what they're learning in the classroom. When they start seeing how much trash that they collected, the first year that we were at Fountainhead, I had 75 students show up and they collected 2.4 tons of trash out of their drinking water. That was so powerful. They never ever imagined the volume of stuff that was in their drinking water. And I've had students come back and say that that was their most memorable outdoor experience. And so it's being outside, it's participating and making a practical application of what they're actually learning in class. They can see it by doing. And I think it makes a lifelong impact that will change their behavior. It made students change throwing stuff out on the ground when they started picking it up. And so it makes it applicable to their life. So it's a real powerful teaching tool.
We have several different partnerships that we bring several different groups together to conduct these cleanups. Some of them are the Boy Scouts of America, the Rotary clubs, several of the crew clubs, some of the local schools that come out and help. So we have a lot of good partnerships that we create with different other organizations.
And I'm here with scouts and parents from PAC 1344 to do our fall conservation project. And the reason why we like to come down here to the Occoquan River cleanup is that we live in the Occoquan watershed, and it's good to bring the scouts out and give them some firsthand experience about what it means to support the community and be sensitive to environmental issues, and really connect the dots between their lifestyle and the impact that it has on the environment around us. And they also understand that community service is an important part of being a citizen, and realize that doing things for the community is actually quite a bit of fun. So we're out here on a beautiful day. They enjoy it, we enjoy it, and it looks like it's helping out.
We found cigarette butts, dirty bottles, paper, and also fishing. A lot of fishing lines. Yeah, soda cans. Trash, beer bottles, bags, and a bag. Bubble wrap. There was a bag in the water. I mean, cigarettes.
As a Spanish community within the community of Woodbridge, Virginia, we decided that it would be a good thing to get involved in the environment, and we're very concerned about the environment. And with all the stuff that's going on, we like to pitch in and help clean out the community.
There's a lot of things that people can do to help with the water conservation efforts. One of them is to make sure that they don't throw trash down, because a lot of times trash ends up getting into the reservoir. Another thing people can do is be vigilant of what they put on the ground, because it can get into the stormwater system, and eventually that ends up in our drinking water supply. So people need to look at what they're doing. They need to look at their behaviors, how their behaviors might be contributing to some of the problems that we're experiencing with our drinking water supply. So what we're asking people to do is to participate by not only coming to these cleanups, but to be vigilant of what they do in their normal lifestyles.
The importance of coming out today into these river cleanups, really, it's kind of a big picture, little picture approach to these things. Little picture being, if we can collect the trash and the garbage that ends up in your drinking water, we can make sure that it's a little cleaner before we have to clean it. In this day and age, especially right now, this time of year when we're dealing with scarcity of water, inevitably the quality of the water is going to be affected when we deal with water scarcity. When you're dealing with things like global warming, increased pollution, it'll all lead back to the way we are able to deliver clean, dependable water back to your tap.
We do have to clean the water. We have to try to meet all of the federal and local state standards for water quality. And the less that we have to take out of the water, the less it costs to produce that water. I mean, the reality is that our environment, everything in the environment, eventually ends up in that water. And so we do our best to try to remove it, but at the same time, if we can reduce the amount of runoff of organic material, of trash, any kind of waste products into the water, it makes our job a lot easier, and in the long run reduces the amount of chemicals that we have to use and gives us a better product.
There's several places people can go to get information. One of the best sources is from the internet, and they can go to our website, which is www.friendsoftheoccoquan.org. There's several soil and water conservation district websites if you live in Prince William County or Fairfax County. A lot of the educational institutions have websites that explain what you can do to conserve and preserve the natural integrity of the environment.
Don't litter. Don't litter. Don't